This video here is going to be about changing your casters and getting rid of all this pesky hair that builds up all next to it and gets wrapped around it, especially if you have dogs. So what you're going to use is you're going to use two Allen wrenches. They're the same size. They're 5/32 is the size for this specific screw. What you're going to have is you're going to have a screw and you're going to have a shaft for the screw. So I'll pick that up in a second. This is what the screw looks like. And then what you're going to do is you're going to feed the Allen through the shaft and you're going to push. To get this shaft out here. You don't have to take this all the way out usually, but since we're in cleaning everything, I will. It's just really tight around this little brass collar here. See, look at all this hair and junk that's on there. But what you have on your chair here, there's a couple things. There's these brass collars. They get all hairy, and this is the biggest thing that you have to do. Is just clean off all this hair off these two little brass collars. They're like bushings that go in between your caster and the flange here. So the bearings, they look like this. They're pretty small, easy to lose. I've done it. It happens. But yeah. So now that that's taken care of, you can start the process of pushing this back through. I'm going to go ahead and pick up that bolt that dropped real quick. The Allen wrench, sorry. So this is probably the hardest part right here. When you're pushing this back through the shaft, is getting this brass collar lined back up right. So what I usually do is I'll turn the chair to where the caster will sit flush, and I'll lock the chair in place. And I'll scoot it in there. And you push the head of the bolt through, and you're good. So then you just have to run your screw all the way in. You can use the Allen wrench to turn it. And then you don't want to make these super tight, just tight enough to where those bushings come barely in contact with the bearings so that you don't get any rolling resistance out of it, because then it'll lessen the life of the bearings in your wheels. So you got to get it just right to where there's no rolling resistance. Alright, that's how you clean the hair and junk from in between your casters, and all you needed was two Allen wrenches.